I know I said I wasn't gonna post this week, but and clearly you guys have a lot of questions, so I'm gonna answer them today. Hi, hello, and welcome back to a little bit of everything with Lava. I've gotten a bunch of questions in my comments and messages about the Subliminal video, so I thought, why not make a video answering them? So, let's get started. Number 1, how many times did I listen to it? I listened to the Subliminal 2 times each day, once in the morning and once at night. The video is about 6 minutes long, so I listened for about 12 minutes each day. Number 2, are Subliminals safe to use? Yeah, for the most part, they're pretty safe. Just be careful because there are bad Subliminals out there, so just make sure you read the comments before listening to a Subliminal because that usually gives you a good idea of whether or not the Subliminal is a good one. Number 3, did you experience any bad side effects? This entire time I thought I didn't, but I realized something. So after I finished recording everything that I needed for the video, I still continued listening to it for a while, but I decreased the amount of water that I drank on a daily basis, and I felt kind of unusually drained last week, and I just realized that it's probably because I wasn't drinking enough water. Since Subliminals can actually tire your mind, just make sure you're hydrated all the time while you're listening to them so you don't start feeling drained. Number 4, did you feel any tingling? I didn't really feel anything at all when I listened to the Subliminals, but some people do. It's kind of different for everybody. So if you feel things, that's okay. It's completely normal. And if you don't feel things, don't worry. If the Subliminal probably is still working, your body's just reacting to it differently. Number 5, why can't I hear the message? You're not supposed to hear the message. If you can hear the message, there's something wrong. All you're supposed to hear is the music or static noise. Number 6, how old are you? I'm 18. But I also got a few comments from 14 and 15-year-olds asking if this would work for them, and I'm almost 100% sure that this will definitely work for you because that's like the age where you're growing naturally because of puberty and all of that. So I feel like listening to a Subliminal while you're already growing will only make you grow faster. Number 7, how much did you grow? I grew 1 3/4 inches, but I'm still really short. Now I'm about 5'2"-ish. Number 8, did I lose the height afterwards? No, I did not lose the height afterwards. Number 9, what did I do while listening to it? While listening, I would kind of just lay down and close my eyes. I would visualize, so like think about myself being taller or as tall as certain people that I actually know in real life. I would think about people telling me that I've grown. Other times I would just read the affirmations in the comment sections because they're really positive. I think you can also just listen to it and not do anything, but apparently visualizing and telling yourself affirmations just makes things happen faster. When is a good time to listen? You can listen to it at any time, honestly. Just make sure you're in a good headspace. You don't want to listen to it when you're upset or stressed because it most likely will not work. Should you use headphones while listening? You don't have to use headphones while listening, but I think it's recommended. Can you listen to several Subliminals at once? You can, but I heard that doing that can possibly confuse your brain because there's so many different messages going to at the same time, so it could possibly slow down your results. Is there a limit on how long you should listen for? There is no limit. You can listen to it for as long as you want. Some people like to listen to it overnight while they're sleeping, so that's like 8 hours of listening. Sometimes there's also suggestions in the description box under the Subliminal for how many times you should listen to it, so make sure you check that too. Number 14, why do you get nightmares when you listen to Subliminals? I already responded to this comment in my comment section, but I wanted to put it in this video because I found this so interesting. I searched it up and it says that you get nightmares when you listen to Subliminals because your mind is scared of the message that it's receiving. I did not think I was scared of growing taller, but you know what? You attract what you fear. So if you get nightmares after listening to a Subliminal, it's kind of a good sign because you're scared of it and it'll probably come to you faster. Maybe this doesn't make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. Were my measurements just inaccurate? Someone was like, oh, you can't just make marks on your wall with a pencil. That's so inaccurate. Okay, first of all, I cannot afford to buy proper measuring equipment, and second of all, regardless if my measurements are accurate or not, I still grew. Maybe I didn't grow that much, or maybe I grew more than whatever I marked on my wall, but I grew. I actually grew, and that's what's important here. Number 16, did I keep listening and did I grow again? Okay, so I did continue listening, but here's the thing. I did not listen to it consistently like I did for the video. I would listen to it twice at night on loop instead of listening once in the morning and once at night. It started to feel like a chore. I was extremely stressed for the past past few weeks, so I also was not in a good headspace. And so I was pretty upset every time that I listened to it. I still grew about a centimeter in the past 2 or 3 weeks, but the growth just wasn't nearly as fast as it was the 1 week that I was listening to it consistently when I was less stressed and all of that. So yeah, again, I just suggest that you have to actually believe that it'll work. Stop looking at it like it's a chore. Don't do it if you're upset or stressed, and it should work. But yeah, as for me, I didn't grow much. Number 17, it's fake. Okay, I know this is not a question, but I wanted to just put this in here because I understand why it might look like it's fake. But listen, if you think it's fake, just think it's fake and move on. Don't try it. Don't use it. If you don't want to make your life better, then good for you. Don't ruin it for other people. No one is forcing you to listen to subliminals. You can take your negativity elsewhere. And number 18, how do subliminals actually work? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't fully understand the concept of how it works. The main idea is that the messages in the videos go to your brain and change the way your mind thinks. And obviously we all know that our minds are a lot more powerful than we think they are, and you can actually think things into existence. So I guess subliminals kind of just help you with that process. So what's important is that if you believe it'll work, it will. I know this video was really short, but I hope that answers all of your questions. If you have any more questions, you can leave it in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer it. If you haven't watched my other video yet, go watch it. And that brings me to the end of my video. If you stayed to this point, comment calendar. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next Sunday at 12 in another episode of A Little Bit of Everything with Lava. Bye!